Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dragagon, and this is Space Exploration. So, all I did from the last time we left off was I went ahead and created the other 8 or 7 of the electric labs that I needed. They've loaded themselves up with red and green science, and I did knock out a couple of the green science things. I forgot I had queued them up, and then as soon as I started that thing up, they started researching. It knocked out Military 2, Military Science Packs, the Landfill, and the Fluid Handling. So wasn't really intending to do that, but it happened, so I left it. Not a big deal. It also had started the medium electric pole before I realized what was going on, so I paused it pretty quick after that. If we go ahead and resume that research, I'm also going to go ahead and queue up stuff like the advanced material processing, definitely circuits, the multi-cylinder engine, and then I'd really like to get to rails, so the last thing after that is logistics 2. So there is that. That will get me to the railway. The railway, of course, leads to the automated rail transportation. And then that is the last stuff that I need before we get to rail signals and, of course, the ever important logistics train network. But I'm going to let that go. You can see I've got 30 of those guys down there. It actually researches really fast, so my research queue may run out before I finish the next stuff that I want to work on, which is, of course, to get some stone processing and working its way down here. I would like to put stone into the next block over from where we're currently working on stuff, so that I can start taking a look at the stone-based products. Would like to get to... I have to get to concrete in order to get some of the more difficult stuff, so I may as well just come over here and go ahead and knock out some of these things. Again, the other thing that I would like to do, that I'll need to do eventually, is to fill out more of this iron patch and get a second line run over here to this side. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy right here again, and we are going to put him here beside this, and that way I can use this as a steel facility. I will run a second line of the iron over down here in order to do that. But then after that, I would like to get, and I really only need half of that. So let's go ahead and copy this again, and we'll go with, what is that? That's 22. I want 24 here. And we'll go ahead and place that here beside this guy. And this will take the place of our stone. And then right after the stone here on the far side there, I can go ahead and do sand, so that I can do sand to glass production, and that way we've got some glass going. And part of that will get picked up by when we get some more of the material down here and we get a little bit more research done. There's another building to research that has a better recipe of crafting stone to the sand, so that we can turn that into glass. Sand itself isn't really all that used. It's used to turn to glass. You can send it places with the delivery cannon. You can turn 200 of it into landfill, but oddly enough, it's cheaper if you just go with the flat 50 stone if you're going to make landfill. That is something we will want to do. My understanding is that some of these planets, you need landfill or something in order to be able to have a spot to walk on. Sometimes when you come down in a rocket, you can come down on an island, and with no landfill, you might get stuck. There is, the instructions even tell you there is this respawn button down here, so you can respawn and send yourself back to either the home world or a nearby base or whatever. So if you do get stuck, there is a way back or down, however you want to think of that. But then sand is heavily used in the crafting of concrete. That's our primary focus right there, will be the concrete. You can use it with this vulcanite block, which I haven't figured out how to deal with yet, in order to make glass better. And then you also use it with material testing packs and plasma streams in a particle accelerator in order to make a particle stream. So no idea what that is all about, but at least at least it's there. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and finish clearing out this so that maybe I can get some of those things up and running. And as you can see, it rips through tech. Those 30 research things. This one has 200. It'll still take it a little bit to get through it, but yeah, for the most part, you're talking about 1 per second, and so it's taking 200 seconds. That's a little over 3 minutes to knock out that entire research, which is absolutely crazy. So we'll go ahead and add those things on there. There's the concrete, and then right there is that pulverizer that you can see that we're talking about. And there's our big electric poles as well, so we can get the big electric poles put in and start making those city blocks that I like to work on. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy started out here. There's that. It's kind of an awkward looking patch. Oh, and it looks like I might be able to go one more off on the side there in just a bit. Let's see. I need lots more iron for this. Small electric motors. I wonder if I've built a backup on those or if I've burned through them yet, working on science that we're working on. Let's see. Work our way over here and then run down on the belt because it's a little bit faster. Yeah, we've got a fair bit of electric motors here. Let's just grab those. And yeah, it'll slow us down a little bit, but if you notice, we've got 250 inserters just sitting there waiting to be plopped down in order to be turned into science, so I'm not too worried about that. Oops, but I do need us more iron. Yeah. There we go. Now that was 10, and I want to say I need 38 if I want to fill up a belt plus a bit in order to make a full, well, in order to get one full yellow belt down to do stone, and then the leftovers over to do the pulverizer recipe there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and, that's another 19. What would I be short on then? Copper. Let's just pick some up off the track here. No, not copper. It's not the stone brick. It must still be more iron. Go ahead and grab a couple more things of iron then. There we go. And then, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I only needed how many? 38? 38, so I can drop off 2 of that last one. There we go. I'll just go ahead and let that run and queue itself up. I am also going to come over here. I don't have to handcraft this stuff anymore. I can now grab as many belts as I need, and I don't need, well, I'll just grab another stack of inserters there. I've already got them. May as well make use of them. System can produce more while I am over here playing with the stone. So, with this one being stone, let's go ahead and run this up here. How do I want to do that? It might be best if we go around this for right now. And we'll just knock out these trees getting in the way. And look at that, already done with logistics and can go on to the railway. And this would probably be a good time to make... Oh, crud. That is over there beside that. Well, that's kind of a bad idea then. Well, I guess I should do it. It would be better if I go up next to that iron line instead of having gone to the right, or to the left, make it go to the right instead. That's all right, though. This is basically free, and now that you don't have to craft pickaxes, that was one of the old versions. You had pickaxes that you had to... No, I don't want you to go that way. I want you to go the other way. And then we'll send you up here. There we go. That might be good. I might have to move this over just a little bit, though, as we get these guys set up. 1, 2 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's barely any there. Oh, probably because of the bottom of the one. Let's get those. And I guess I'm going to skip on those 4 little bits of ore right there. And not enough there to worry about. Now, let's see here. So this is 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Oh. And so let's see here. So if I do 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30, and then the other 8, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then say 7, 8, or 7, 8 rather. And then we can do that this way. So these 4 will be 1. Actually, I've already got these 2 over here, and those 2, and then 2 more of these. So 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Bring these guys on down. I will need 2 joiners for that one, and then 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 more of those. There's that. And then there's that. So there we go. Those guys are all set up and ready to go there. And then we can just turn this one around. Have it come this way. Have that guy also come this way. And then have this guy. There we go. And now this one can come over here. And this one can come down. And go over there as well. Poor trees. Not even doing nothing. Just breaking them to break them. Wow. All right. We're already all the way up to logistics train network, and then we've got concrete and the pulverizer. So let's go ahead and get oil processing, automation 2. It would be really nice to get our weapons upgraded just a bit more, and then we can go take on those biters over on the way, and that'll be a good use of time there. And we're gonna be out of power poles before you know it. So there's that and that. And I'll probably have to move those because they're in the way. That one won't be, though. And then we have that one. And then I'll need some more power poles. And there you can see all the wonderful, lovely stuff that we've now unlocked. A whole bunch of stuff with comparators. Apparently that is a really big thing in this pack, using comparators in order to figure out whether you need to send stuff or not, or what have you. It'll be good. It'll be good for us to do a bit more with logistics. I am not the best at using the red and green circuits and comparators and stuff like that, but definitely will be worth learning for this mod pack, I believe. So there we go. There's all of those. Then we got one guy there. Looks like I'm going to need one there along with that. One there, and one there. There we go. Now that all of that is done, I will wait just a little bit for the power poles. Just so that I can make sure that we have all of our power needs taken care of. That one. Those guys are all covered. Those guys are all covered. Yeah, I'll rearrange it when I need more more drills set up. There we go. And that should get those guys powered. And then, excellent. Then all that's left is to get this other thing of stone on down. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, and there's a biter nest over that iron, so I do need to be careful because this guy will be generating pollution now, and it could set off those biters. So I need to be a little bit careful there. All right, let's get this guy down. And we'll run that right along there like that. All right. So there is a spot for steel, a spot for stone, and then a spot for our sand, which we can then turn into glass. So that'll be good. Excellent. In the meantime, I can go ahead and clean up a bit more of some of this other stuff. Let's see here. So I've got these. Oh, wait a second. That's not going to work as well because steel has to go through 2 furnaces to be processed properly. Crud. I may have to move this stuff, and then I'm going to have even more stone in my inventory. Well, ain't that a hoot. All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of this then. And then, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? Okay, so Control X. We'll grab all of that, and I'll need to move it over a bit more. And then instead of this, I need another row of this. So there's that. And then a row like this. So there's that. And then same thing over here. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a cliff breaker in order to do anything with that. It's okay though. Grab that. Paste that. And there we go. So there's that. I don't know that those guys can pass fuel like that. That is something I will have to look at. It's been a while since I've had to deal with steel this way. In the other game, the steel comes from the Bobs and Angels, where you just drop in. It goes into other furnaces and other processes rather than going through this double furnace setup like this. So it may take me a minute to remember how to set up a furnace setup like that. But we'll get there. That'll be fine. We'll figure it out. All right. Now that I've got that, now I can copy something like this. And put that over here on this side, and then also have that other line that comes from over there. And as you can see, we've already run out of belt. Lots of belt. How are we looking? Oh yeah, we got just a little bit of belt there. We're good. Then it'll just be a matter of setting up these guys. So let's go ahead and get this one done here real quick. Oops. Come on, stay straight. There we go. And then that. All the way down to there. 2 of those, and what am I short on now? Oh, just more iron. Okay. One underground. And that guy runs along that side there. Okay. Oops, that one does not go nearly that far up. Two more of those. Well, I guess I'll leave it at 2 for now. One there. Underground and over. Come over here. Plop another one of those. Oops, one too far. Plop another one of those down. and then get that over there. So there we go. Now we've got our thing set up for stone. We've got a spot ready for us for steel. Iron's going. I think we're doing pretty good. All right, time to get these guys done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then same thing on the other side. And I'm probably going to need more power poles. All right. So one there, one there, one there. One there, there, and there. Hey, look at that. 20,000 plates an hour. One there, 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 and there, there, and there. All right, and all of those guys are now rigged for power. Now all I need is the actual power line. There we go. We now have stone brick ready. Oh, the pulverizer's going now, so that's good. Oil, automation 2, big electric poles. And there's one of the interesting things right there. Meteor point defense. So the meteors that fall from the sky, you can build this meteor point defense, and they guard a radius. Another YouTuber was showing the radius of that, and he was going for like a 30. So if we F4 and we show the tile grid, you can kind of get a if you put it in the middle of one of these 3x3 grids, you can cover the entire inside of it with just the one thing. So yeah, it takes up a pretty good chunk. It also uses quite a good set of power. So that's also interesting about it. Oh, and I am now underproducing power, so I need to quit fooling around and go increase my power now. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to need another... What do I need for this? I need... I said it can do how much? Let's see here. Right now, I need to input still only 2 of those guys worth. Okay. Which means that the other 2 of those guys worth should be able to come out of there. So if I do this, and that becomes 2.16 versus the 1.19. Yeah, I've got enough there. All right, so I can do up to 12. I have 4, so I'm going to need another 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll let that run. And there is our pulverizer, and that needs concrete on its own. So I'm going to have to make a little bit of concrete in one of the assembling machines near some water in order to get that to finish up. But once we have that, at least then we've got a pulverizer getting us sand, which we can use to turn to glass, and we can go from there. And I want to say that these guys need a little bit of copper, and that's why I can't do anything there. So I've got 4 out of the, and I just made 8, so I can make 5, 10, 15, 16 of those. There we go. And actually burners are pretty good for this stuff right here, so if we do another 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All right, I'm going to let that stuff build, get us some more power. As you can see, I have quite a few iron drills that are completely wiped out now. So let's get those guys. There we go. And then 1, 2, and you guys already have power. All right, so there we go. Get our drills back up and running. Some of our drills don't have much more to go before they're going to get wiped out, but at least we're going to get some power going. So there we go. 1, 2, 1. Skip 1 and 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to need, let's go with 5 pipe there. And then that'll require power pole there, power pole there, another power pole there, and another one there. There we go. That'll make sure that we get all of our steam engines that we can. Spots. There we go. And we'll just wait for the rest of those to craft up. And then see what else we got going on. Lots of stone, lots of iron, lots of copper. Sand and glass are next. And then we need to get into sulfur processing in order to make batteries and explosives and to get into the chemical science packs, because blue science is going to be so much fun. Also have to get into plastics with the same thing with oil, and then the red circuits, which require plastic. So we are slowly making our way there. One of the other reasons I want to have a nice brick line set up is so that we can start producing stone tablets and get an automated green circuits up and running. Those green circuits will be key to getting us red circuits plus more buildings, and start looking at getting some fancier stuff set up. So, all right. Well, this wasn't the most interesting video for our setup, but we do have quite a few things in the works. I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably tidy this up a bit while I'm off camera. I would not expect the red and green research to last very much longer. I just basically am going to queue up and research as much stuff as I can, get it going and ready for the next video, which will likely be, if I don't show getting the sand to glass setup, then it'll be over down here getting the petroleum stuff up and running. Although maybe you guys want to see me take on some biters, so I may hold off on dealing with the biter population until a little bit later there. We'll just see what they decide to do. If they decide to come knocking on my door, then we might have to have words and go from there. So there we go. Get the last of that stuff. Get our power increased. We should now, 20, 20.1, 21.6. So yeah, so there we go. Now we're actually getting some steam production going. So I'm going to go ahead and call this video here. Got more power, got our stone bricks set up, and got ourselves a backup of the transport belts and inserters, so we don't have to worry about those. So it's just on to sand, glass, and then the petroleum stuff. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Till then.